it's got a couple of positions on here pre-market. I've got 17 minutes to the open. Just going to protect this one. Just going to take this one down to this area here, resistance. It's chopping around a bit to get support again. We're rolled over. So we should get some momentum to the downside, but it's just the chopping again. Apart from that, it's been fairly quiet. 268 yesterday, was 213. We could still get some movement. We're in a big range, so come up. I expect to come down to these lows down here, to the 814 I'll be watching today. Should hopefully get a couple hundred before the open. At least get something on the board if possible. Got to break again. We're right at support again. We're at VWAP. And coming down here. It's a little one I took earlier, got stopped out for break even. So I won't do anything with that. Volume's picked up to the downside a bit. So we should be, 814 should be good. But my initial one will be taking it down here. I wanted it to move before the open, really. Lock in a trade. So we just have to see. I'll just pause it and come back if something happens. A few seconds later, stopped out, so it's just chopping around. Momentum. Oh, itchy. Momentum's falling off a bit here. So we could have a spike up. It's going to be interesting to see how the open is. We've got bearish, but they're looking like buyers are wanting to come in here. So they could be taking it up to come back down again. Or could get a full reversal on the open. So, yeah, momentum's completely died off here, basically. So we're just going to have to see. Long-term trend here is down. My concern is we had a pop down. We've popped back up again. So we're sitting right at the average. So I'm still bearish initially. And we'll just have to see. I might get in again here. The problem is the momentum is what's doing me. It's not looking fantastic. I might just take a trade actually.
Order filled.
So I'm up 19.55. So I'm going to put it down again, down there. We've got a slight, momentum picked up slightly to the bearish side. I'm a momentum trader, basically, so I just trade in a direction with momentum. It's not scalping, but normally my positions are under the hour, from minutes to the hour, so. But we're pre-market, 13 minutes to the market open. Now, I might close this before the open because even though we're looking bearish, we're below the average. We're above VWAP. Momentum's to the downside. But the way these markets have been, everything's just bought up. Every time we've had a dip, everything's just bought straight back up again. So in that climate, if I'm going to be going short, my only thing with the short, my short preference is we've had such a run up. We've just been going up for weeks, so we've had all-time highs. So I'd like a bit of pullback to consolidation. That's why the 814 would be my preference. So yeah, I was saying 814 would be my preference. There's nothing much happening here. But I found in the volatility, like yesterday, if you look at my video from yesterday, this is what I was dealt with. So this initial move I got money on. Everything was bearish. And it just stayed bearish for the day, but trading this, you're going to get chopped to pieces because you think it's going long, you think it's going short, you think it's going long, you just get chopped in that range. So this trading range would be wiping people out. They'd be going long at the top, going short at the bottom, and it's getting wiped out. That's how people blow accounts. That's why I've blown accounts. So this is obviously the break of the lows. It's setting a low here. You think it's going down there, and it's pulled back on you. There's a lot of fake breakouts, and then finally it went. So if you look here, it looks obviously bearish for the day, but that wasn't the case. This is looking like a load of old piss. Momentum's dropping off. There's just no volume in it at the minute, so we have 10 minutes, 11 minutes to the open. And nothing trade at the minute. I was hoping we'd get some movement pre-open. Now news, have we got 24, so we've got 330 crude inventories, that's it. So no news. It's typically been bought up. Days have been bought up, but I'm just conscious. It's just been so much upside movement. I'll try and stick with this one. We'll try and go bearish for a spike down. That's 50, so we've got 74 points. 74 points there. Unless we get a good move on the open. That's going to be unlikely. I'll just pause until we get something happening. Just want to talk about my position size. So I've only got 5 micros at the minute. So I trade these 150 combines fairly aggressive. So I'll add into them with 5 micros each at a time to get that with that momentum, just to get through the valuation phase. Then if it gets past that, which I've done several times recently, had a bad run last couple of weeks, oversizing. So I've dropped back to 5 micros for each entry, try and get through them. Then when I get to the funded stage, express funded, I'll take a couple of micros on each, just to try and retain the account, build up. But I've been withdrawing too quickly when I get funded. So I've taken, last payout was a month ago, $1,500. But that was, I didn't leave myself enough margin in the account, got too aggressive and then blew it. So that's what I'm documenting now on these videos. Trying to get hold myself to account as well as following your system. So this is the level I've set as my target, 820. So that's 50 points, 56 points lower, yeah. So that will be 820. 820. It's doable. Of course, unless the market completely reverses open, of course. So I've got 5 minutes to open. My concern here is looks like momentum is changing short term. So that's not good. And it can run, just because these have crossed doesn't mean it's not going down, It's not going back up rather. I mean, it could quite easily reverse on you. So the open's going to be interesting. 5 minutes. It's doing nothing. So I could have locked in a couple hundred easily already, but got stopped twice. That's where it goes. So it could end up negative on the open. I'd like to try and bank something to start with. But this price action here is just going nowhere. Very indecisive, sitting on VWAP, sitting on the average. I should below the average, sorry. So VWAP's below the average as well, so it's bearish. Not a guarantee though, because you see here what happened. Fell off a cliff during the day, so this doesn't look good on the volume, on the momentum rather. So the momentum's dropping off, bearish momentum's dropping off. So we could well get the spike that I don't want up. Could be range bound day. What, new highs? No, I don't think so. If it does, obviously, if it does take off, then that's going to be my target. It's going to be up here, 25,000. if it goes bullish. In a minute, it's looking indecisive to say the least. Tight range. I just hope we don't get a chop open. Chop is the killer for me with momentum trading. You get to go long, he chops back, takes you out for maybe a loss. You get short, chops you out, goes long. The ranges, especially tight ranges on the open, are dangerous to my account. That's the only thing I've established recently. Is there's been a few opens that are really choppy. So we've got 27 minutes. Reversed completely there. It's only a few points, but shows there's indecision at the open as well. The 3 minutes. I might cut this because this is looking more bullish. Okay. Two minutes. 32 down. If it does go up, 900 to be my first stop. Glad I've only got 5 micros on this stage. Momentum's still dropping off to the short side. Unless that changes dramatically at the open. 1 minute. Now if we just take off here, that's definitely looking bullish there. So long term's down, short term is bullish at the minute. So one minute. So we'll just have to see what's going to happen here. I'd like a spike down. This could go either way though. Either way. Cat's quite annoying. He's got more to say than I have. So we've got a bullish move. Just going to see what this is going to hold, whether it's just a spike, a bullish spike. It's a fairly decent move for the minute. So if it breaks these lows and comes down, momentum's picked up to the downside. I'm adding.
Order filled.
Gone down. Get some real bearish momentum now. Needs to take off really to the downside. Bulls are going to try and protect that VWAP. We are below.
Order filled.
So we can come down by as low as we need to get outside the band as well. So a good spot. The 2814 is a good spot. We are looking bearish. The bull's trying to defend it. I'll probably take another one higher to get my average higher. I really want that flush now to the downside. Needs to get. We've had some real struggles with momentum recently. Like just trying to get a follow through on anything. It's either a grind or not many of those flash moves down.
Order
again.
filled.
Now I'm going to, 2 contracts now, I'm going to look to protect, or if it goes high I'll take another one. But I'd like this to come down fairly rapid. It's only 35 points away, so I could lock in 500.
Order
again.
filled.
And this is where I'll probably get stopped on the pullback. I'm looking for a flash of these lows, just go straight through. If we can blast through there, we're good. I might take 5 off in a second if we can get clear of that. We need to break that now. Let's just straight through there, please, and then we can come down. They're defending that low, so defending this point of resistance. It should break. It's got quite a bit of momentum actually. So it's the 1,000. So I'll lock in 250. I'll lock in the 250 just, or 300 I'll do, just to guarantee something. So I'm going to take 5 off now.
Order filled.
Gets me in profit, and I'll take another 250. We're going to come down to that low by the looks of it. I'm going to take 5
Order
more
filled.
there just to add. Let's see if we can just get down to my target now. Could be a bit too low, but it's looking good on the momentum. Looking in 250. Come down nicely. Adding.
Order filled.
So now I've got 3 contracts. 3 contracts I want to come down to get that 2 grand. That's the target. This is where it can just spike back up and take me out. I've locked in a bit then, but I only have 500. I could have had 1,700. So there is a risk there. But the momentum looks pretty good. Looks pretty bearish. It's fairly realistic we get down to there. So I'm at the 820 is my spot, so that's the low. I'm just above that low basically. This is going to stop me in that. It's going to, that's close to my stop. They're trying to buy it back up. So the buying is just so strong. Momentum is the downside though.
Order filled.
There
Order
we go.
filled.
So I'm going to
Order
re-enter
filled.
now on this
Order
spike up.
filled. Order filled.
Bit too aggressive there actually. I've entered a bit too many there. We were 579 up. Now that needs to break. Let's come back down to these lows. Unless it's just bought up. And we're looking good. Everything's looking good. We've gone outside these bands, so we just have to wait. I've gone in a bit too heavy there. 3's a bit too heavy for what I wanted. We've got good bearish momentum though. Right, so we're down to 500 now, so I'm just going to take 5 in a second if we can get some momentum. Wicks aren't great. We are nice and bearish. Take 5 off.
Order filled.
protecting it 100. This is looking good now. I think I'm going to lock in the 1,000, I think. Take 5 off there.
Order filled.
It should hit the target at this rate. Lock in 250. Nice and bearish in a minute. I'm just going to look at 1,000. I think if I can get 1,000 again. It's bouncing off that support. I should have taken 1,000 there. Not the best trading on my part there.
Order filled.
Not the best trading. That's poor. So I think we can get follow through again to the downside. So this pullback.
Order filled.
Start position. Expect some
Order
buying up
filled.
there. And it's come back down at least to the 20 level. So this is quite aggressive now.
Order filled.
Buying this pullback. So selling this pullback. It's a bit aggressive because the momentum's dropping off. Should have just taken 1,000 like I vocalised. I didn't do it. So I want the 2,000 is my target. It's nice momentum today to the downside, but this can reverse later on easy. So just got to be aware of that. Adding.
Order filled.
I think we're going to flush that lower band there. So that'll give me 800. That'll just take me over 2 grand. That'll be my target. We've got plenty of room to the downside. Plenty of room. I'm just so cautious because the buying has been so intense recently. Just everything's being bought. So, yeah, I'm just very cautious. There are a lot of buyers out there at the minute. This thing could just turn, you know. So as long as you bear this stuff in mind, it could be bearish, but there's nothing stopping it turning around on you. It's the buyers trying to defend this low here. So they've been bought up, so there's a lot of resistance here. So I'd like to see it come down at least through there. We could even go down to 2778. But I want to see that momentum continue to the downside. Be quite happy with that target there. So I'm getting to a stage now where I'm starting to want to protect this. What I've got for the day. Has rejected. I mean, it's come up. It's rejected the way I wanted it to. But we are going to need that to move. Same as yesterday. This is better than yesterday's open. But we need that follow through. There's a lot of buying coming in, you see. There's aggressive buyers and sellers here. You can see by the wicks. They've come down hard, but they try to buy it up. But I think Bears still have it. Bears still have it at the minute. This is their first defence line. This will be the second, third, and then below there. We're way down from there. This, if it flushes this level, it could go down through this, spike down quite quick if it does continue. But it's going to hit this support and be brought up again. That's what I suspect. That's what I suspect will happen. We're struggling again. Momentum starting to die. Okay, at the minute. The buying is being sold. That's anything you can say. Obviously, if they come in, if strong buying kicks in, I could wipe out all my profits very easily. Yeah. So it's high risk what I'm doing. But we are with momentum. It is strong momentum. It's kind of dying. That volatility. It's kind of dying off, which is not what I want. So if it comes back up, which that's a nice flush. I like that. That's the selling you want to see. But if it does come back up here, as long as it's remained bearish, I'll get in. I'll get on that. I'm actually tempted to bring my profit down a bit further, you know. I think I'll look at what I've got there. One of those flushes we just had there, 20 points in 2 seconds. That was a second. One of those do quite nicely. So I'm just below here. Really, it's going to come down to here, isn't it? If it's going to come down to 800s, I'm fairly confident on the 800s. But I want to lock in this as 867. I'll lock that in first. That'll put me over £2,000 on the day. I'll take a break because I get a bit too clicky sometimes, and just get chopped up after the initial volatility starts to die. That's why I want this move done quick. I like the first hour because of the volatility you get. But we're having the same. Got a lot of selling pressure, but again, it's just like I like the spikes. You know, it spikes, keeps going, keeps running. I don't like this. Every single level having to have a constant fight. It could flush quite hard, you know. It could come down to 800. Definitely could come down to 800. But I'm going to stick with my plan. I'm going to lock in. I'm going to be there. I'm going to protect this because I ain't losing that. Not now. It's come down. So locked in 100. It probably come up and spike me out here. Actually, I'm taking that off. I don't like that. It's too tight. Everything's still with me at the minute. Stick to the plan. The plan doesn't always work, does it? Let's face it. Momentum's good though. Come on, let's just get it done. Do I just take the 500? I'd like. She shouldn't have a target of £2,000. That's nonsense. She should have what the market gives you, but that level looks good to me. Good for spike anyway. If this turns into yesterday's, we have the morning volatility and then goes dead for half the day. Oh, that's killer. Just sitting there watching it. Come on, that's it. That's the move we want. Now I'm going to protect. Because if that comes back, it's likely to go up. It wants to go so badly. That's it, come on. We could do it this time. Got faith. Taking 250 now. You're not going to wick me here. You are. I might just take the 500, Joe. Come on, it's not far. Not far.
Order filled.
2-2. Right. Just the, yeah, there's good bearish momentum, but it's struggling again. So I'm at 2,200, so I'm at 153.754 in a minute. That's my 2 days at the minute. Now I've got to make a decision. Do I lock out for the day? Good 2 days. I think I'm going to see what I feel like. So I'm going to see. It's going to come down to 8. This week kicks off. It comes down to 800s. It's very bearish. It's very bearish. And what I'm going to look for though is these days have been bought up. So I got a bit buying yesterday. Man, look at that. Typical. As soon as I'm out. Now he gets a decision. Oh, why'd you come out so early? I think that's broken that. I'm tempted to take a quick little cheeky one if we get a spike back up and take it down to 800. But it might just run to the 800 now. No, my luck. So here's going to be, there's going to be some buying coming in as we get to these lows. I could take a scalp, but it's whether it's worth the risk. Counter trend. Strong sell off. I want a strong pullback. Actually, I think a strong pullback to get in short again. They're going to defend these lows. The amount of buying that's been coming in, I fully expect that to be pumped back up. And then, this is a 3 minute, sorry. I didn't mention this 3 minute time frame. If this just runs through the lows now, I'll be annoyed. Because that's the move I wanted to happen here. So 800s. The momentum picked up after it broke that level. Popular. That's the bar I wanted to come through this level. I hate this shit. It comes down. You kick yourself. Now the momentum picks up. Fuck. That would have been a lovely trade. Oh, I could have had so much more. That's the problem with trading, isn't it? You go, I could have had so much more. Rather than being happy with the trade, you did the right analysis. You stayed in it. There's nothing wrong with that trading. It's just the greed. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break and come back. But I'm going to have missed this move probably, but so be it. Okay, so we've come down. What time is it now? 3:10, 40 minutes past the open. So we've almost come down, right in between the range there, down to the lows. So we've got some defending of that level going on. The way these markets are, outside the this is just a VWAP, anchored VWAP band. Doesn't really mean anything necessarily, it just means it's a bit extended, but it could keep on going down quite easily. Now if we get down to here, if we did break there, there's a lot of resistance. A lot of resistance down there. So even if it got down past there, it's still got a lot of resistance as far as I can see. So there's going to be a lot of buying pressure coming in. So what I'll be looking for, bearish momentum still there. We've still got good bearish momentum. I should probably have taken a short up there. I'm just so cautious of these buys. I've been caught out so many times going short recently, and it just pumps. It pumps enough to get you to close your position out, and then comes back down again. But there's a lot of stuff going on in the news, so the market's been going up against pretty negative news, really. Yeah, probably should have taken a short there. We are still a good bit bearish. I'm just wary of this support because it didn't flush through. It bounced quite. How much of a bounce did it get? 85. Yeah, 55-point bounce. So it's like 50% at least of the initial move. Could be a grindy sell-off. I would like to see some reversal to the upside. So come down a bit further maybe, and then get a nice strong bounce up. Where we are at the minute, we've only come down, was it 784 from the high? Yeah, just 100 points, 115 points or whatever. It's not a great range for the day. 900 yesterday, 850 the day before, 700. So it's likely to have a move lower, and then possibly bounce later. But this is nonsense. This is where, again, this is where people get chopped. This is chop zone, because you go short, it pops back up, people get stopped. You go short, down at the lows, wanting the break of the low, it bounces like it is now, going up long. So this is what's been happening a lot recently, and it happened yesterday's session with this nonsense. So this price action is not good, but I was annoyed that this move happened later yesterday. So this was the move that I missed out on, because I saw this, I didn't like the price action, it was just dead, and that went on from really 3 o'clock till, that was really the move, 3 o'clock till 5:30, so 2.5 hours of chop. You can loosen the count in that easy. We're going to bounce here. It's a fairly decent bounce now. Is it worth taking a short up here? It's been more of a sketchy one. I could take just a scalp short maybe. I'm going to just take a
Order
scalp.
filled.
See whether I can just get it come down $100. Probably a bit greedy, because if this does reverse, the only reason I took that is we've come up off the lows, 727, go up 50 odd points. So it's a good point to get in for a quick short, but this will probably be the reversal that I didn't want to happen. So I'm going with momentum though. Still the momentum's down. This could just be a pullback in that downward momentum, is what I'm hoping. I've only got 5 micros risk, but I've had the days like this where I take that initial money and then risk probably unnecessary trading really. So I think if this comes in, that'll be me done. Like, so it's going nicely down. Nice bit of momentum. I'm going to lock that in. I just don't want to lose any money, really. That's a nice bit of momentum there.
Order filled.
Yeah, it's wicking around again. So, do I call it? Buyers stepped in there pretty quick. Bought that sucker back up. So could wait. We are still bearish. So what I expect is this to be bought up back to these lows at least. Maybe the 880s where we opened. And then to chop and come back down. If it is going to make a move up now. So you say, why do I have my stop? Why do I put my stops so tight? Because at the minute I've just been. There's so many buyers in. I just want a quick scalp, wants the quick 100, and then get out. But I've had a good day. 2,200 on the day is good. So it could come back to VWAP. Try VWAP like I did yesterday. If you see yesterday, that was the spike back to VWAP, and it sold straight off again. So we could have that situation. So I'm going to wait for a VWAP tap and try again to get in short. Momentum is slowing to downside, there's no doubt. But we are bearish, so I think a VWAP tap. So I might just pause and come back if we get that tap of VWAP. It's only a few seconds later. We didn't get that tap of VWAP, but I'm tempted to get in here. These highs rejected as soon as it got up there. It's real decision time now, whether it's going to keep on selling off or whether it's going to just reverse. I'm still bearish, so I just like that price to come back up a bit. I'm trying to get as good entry as I can if I want to go short again. You can see the oscillator here is rolling up, so there is temporary bullish momentum. That's why I want a good price, so it's got to be up. For me to get short, it's got to be fairly high up. And now these can just reverse, and reverse on the day quite easily, and take you right back up. So that is the danger. Like I said, just because the way the market's been. I might take an initial position here. We can come up. This is going to be scalping though, if I do it. So that selling pressure just got completely absorbed there, with buyers coming in. Too cautious probably on my entry. It's crazy where you get that kind of fear of the buying coming in, you know. Just because you're experienced, where you've seen it just suddenly pump higher, 100 points in a few minutes. You don't want to be on the wrong side of that with too much size on, especially after you've had a good start to the day. So the risk to reward here is probably not my favour. So it didn't come back to VWAP, but we just sold off again. So this is turning into the decision point at the top here. Whether it's going to continue selling off, which I think it is. Are we looking? Yeah. Probably missed my entry there. Probably missed the entry. So I could have scalped that for 10 points. Is that worth it? 5 micros, 100. Yeah, I could have made that 100 I wanted earlier. It's not really going to move the needle much, but can actually pick up in momentum here. It's looking good again for the continuation. Too cautious. That's what that was. I'll come back. Okay, we had a nice push down. I'm going to get in short here. Okay. Didn't fool me. What happened there? I want it on that push up. Looks like we're going to come down again.
Order filled.
I'm just scalping again. So I'm not interested in... I might just take it down to there actually. It's sketchy, this one, because A, it's chopping around at the bottom here. We had some buying pressure coming in. It's an overall bearish trend, yes, but momentum has slowed. So I'm not willing to risk too much on this. Just purely because the price action, the way price action has been today. I just saw some bearish momentum picking up there again. I'm locking that in again because I'm not losing today. I'm not just spiking up and reversing on me.
Order filled.
Yeah, there's no follow through. It's just been defended. Stop was too tight. Hindsight again. Yeah, I think this is coming down again. I don't like this position though. We'll just get another pump up there, and I'll short it again. Yeah, that stop out was my position. I think this could make a new break for the lows, you know. Without me, unfortunately. This could make a new break for the lows. It's going to make a new break. Okay, I'm in.
Order filled.
Not a good position. Not a good position, really. Could easily reverse and go back up. Still bearish. Still looks bearish. That's why I wanted to go in, do you remember? It's 436. Could have got 20 points, yeah. That's not a great position. I thought there was momentum coming to the downside there. That's just dropped off completely again. So we might have to call this in a second if I don't see what I like. I thought we were getting some real momentum there. Just been defended though. I'd like to see that flash down again. If it does break, it defended that perfectly. There's a lot of resistance. 800s could be a target. Yeah, so I'm at the right spot if I'm going to get that. So 15 points, whatever. probably the risk to reward here is just, you're getting 100. Do I need another 100? Won't make any difference really. Now that needs to move. So there's a lot of bulls here as well. So there's a lot of people buying. That's the only good thing, you know. The old algos might flush them out. So there'll be a lot of stops down there. A lot of buyers stepping in here, hoping for the run up, because that's exactly what I've been saying. The market's been going up. So you just get chat bull, so it could actually be a bullish move. So momentum's still dying. So we will need a move down here. I'm not prepared to risk any more profit really. I don't really want to take a loss. There's a significant loss because this is the chop I normally avoid, so I need that volatility. I'm probably just trading too long here. So I would think I might cut this one. I don't like the look of this. Unless we can come down, the buyers could step in quite aggressively. Volatility still dropping. I like that move initially down. I don't like it now. So I might have to cut this one, I think. Yeah, I'm cutting that.
Order filled.
Don't like it. So we're down to 2,099 now. If that comes down now. Of course it does. There we go. That's the move I wanted to happen. So it took me out. Now it's going to come down. Are you going to flush and do exactly what I wanted to start with?
Order filled.
Just take a cheeky one. That's what I want to happen. It's going to have to happen quick.
Order filled.
Right, I'm calling it. That's just nonsense now. So let's come down to exactly what I wanted it to. But I'm done for the day. 2,116. We'll call it there. It's bearish trend. That was the move I wanted to happen from up there. So technically, if I was in from 33, I could have got another 30 points on that. Yeah, I just didn't like the price action. But I got caught in this chop again, you know. So I've learned too many times not to get caught in that chop. I think if we do break these lows here, though. See, momentum's picked up to the downside. They could break, you know. That could break, and you could have flush down. Do you know what I'm actually thinking? Of taking a buy later. It's bearish. We've not actually moved much, so you look at it. So we're going to come down here to 779, and then from there we've got the 50 level. There's my 800. Correct analysis, wrong execution. We've come down a bit. I think this is sketchy. There were buyers down here. That's for sure. So look, we've got that candle closes and we've got 2 wicks at the bottom like that. That's rejection on it. And the volatility is dying again. Do I take a long? Do I take a long here? I think I might do, you know. I might take a scalp long. What are we looking at? It's gone up too high already. I need that to pull back. This could bounce from here. A counter trend, but it could bounce. The bearish volatility is dying. I don't want to get chopped. That is looking bullish. Let's try it. Let's try it. I'm scalping this though. This is counter trend. Sketchy. But it's a bullish market, so want that quick spike. But I always want a quick spike. Now I'm stuck in that zone. I don't want to be. It's a bearish trend, bullish market. Chop. Is it ready to have a pullback? I think that a push to VWAP is what we'll be looking for. Sellers have come back in again. See, the momentum we can pick up back bearish again quite easily. And that is the long-term play, so. I was kind of counting on long-term buyers to step in, but they're looking pretty weak at this point. As soon as it gets up there, it stops. There's a 1-to-1 now. There's fuck all going on. I might just cut this and take my $2 grand. Worth a try for a scalp, I think. Pretty good thesis, you know. But this could just flush down because it's bearish trend, so yeah, I think we're going to go here. That's the bull's call. Unless it can go back up. If not, I'm going to have to get out. Counter trend. I think the thesis is fine. It's just not worked out, I don't think. Yeah, thank you. I'm recording a video. Okay, so 1950. So I'm 250 down on my high watermark. I'm getting chopped. I'm calling it a day. So that is it for the day. I'm locking out. Done. It's chop. Too much chop. So I am now at 5 factors come down a lot for those stupid scalps. And looking pretty good. So that's profit factors 3.84. The scalping didn't work. Although I should have stayed with it, but I think the thesis for the scalps is fine. It's just turned into a chop. The overall trend is down though. I've been saying that since the start of the day. It's down. I wanted to try and get that bounce up and possibly a reversal. Triple bottom now, so this will probably be the move I wanted to happen. There's just so much support around there. So anyway, 1950 on the day, not too bad. I'm calling it.